Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to attract others effortlessly while others struggle to gain even the slightest bit of attention? This, my friend, is the power of magnetic attraction. Diving into the depths of Robert Greene's work, one encounters the concept of magnetic attraction. It's a fascinating phenomenon where certain individuals, through their charisma and charm, wield influence over others. But this isn't just about being popular. It's about harnessing the power of attraction to influence, to lead, to command. At the heart of this magnetic allure lies the psychological aspects of our human nature. We are social beings, wired with an innate desire to be liked, to be accepted. This need for social validation makes us gravitate towards those who exude charm and charisma, those who make us feel valued, seen, and heard. Think about that charismatic leader who can inspire a team with just a few words, or the friend who, no matter what, can always rally the troops for a night out. These individuals have harnessed the power of magnetic attraction. They use their charm not just to be liked, but to influence and lead. But it's not only about the leaders and the influencers. It's also about those everyday interactions. The barista who remembers your order, the colleague who always has a kind word. These are the subtle yet powerful manifestations of magnetic attraction. They show us that this power isn't limited to the influential few. It's something that we all can cultivate to positively influence our interactions and relationships. However, this power isn't without its pitfalls. Like a magnet, it can attract but also repel if not used judiciously. It's a delicate balance that requires self-awareness, empathy, and authenticity. In essence, the magnetic attraction is a potent tool in the arsenal of power. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. So how can one wield this power without becoming a puppet themselves? Stay with me to uncover the mystery. Imagine being able to control the actions of others without them even realizing it. This, my friends, is the power of invisible strings. Dive with me into the depths of this fascinating concept, first introduced by the brilliant Robert Greene. The invisible strings refer to the subtle and often unseen forces that guide our actions, steering us in directions we may not even realize we're heading. These strings, my friends, are the tools of the puppet master, the person who wields the power of manipulation. Now, manipulation might sound sinister, but it's not always about malicious intent. It's about influence and persuasion, the ability to sway others' thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about understanding the psychological triggers that lead people to behave in certain ways. Let's talk about subtlety. A puppet master doesn't yank the strings. Instead, they gently tug, nudging the puppet in the desired direction. It's the same with human manipulation. The most effective influencers don't force, they suggest, they guide. They make the puppet, or in this case the person, believe they're acting on their own volition. This is where psychology comes into play. Our emotions, our beliefs, our fears and desires. These are the threads that make up the invisible strings. By understanding these aspects of human psyche, a manipulator can pull the right string at the right time to elicit the desired response. But why are some of us more susceptible to this manipulation than others? The answer lies in our vulnerabilities. We all have them, and they're different for every person. It could be a desire for approval, a fear of rejection, or a need for security. An adept puppet master knows how to exploit these vulnerabilities, tugging the right string to make us dance to their tune. Take, for instance, the charismatic leader who inspires followers with promises of a better future, playing on their hopes and fears. Or the skilled salesperson who convinces you to buy a product you didn't even know you needed, appealing to your desire for status and recognition. These are puppet masters in action, pulling the invisible strings. So the invisible strings give us control, but they also expose us to the danger of being controlled. This is a double-edged sword, a dance of power and vulnerability. But don't worry, knowledge is power. By understanding these dynamics, we can learn to recognize when our strings are being pulled and how to resist such manipulation. This brings us to an intriguing question. If we're all susceptible to the pull of the invisible strings, how can one shield themselves from such manipulation? Well, my friends, to find the answer, let's delve into the last chapter of our exploration, Now think about the power of mystery. How does keeping parts of yourself hidden add to your allure and power? This is what we call the veil of mystery. Dive into the depths of your mind and consider this for a moment. The allure of the unknown. It's a concept that's been around for centuries, if not millennia. And it's something that author Robert Greene has explored in detail in his work on power and influence. The veil of mystery is a concept that suggests that by maintaining a certain level of mystery about oneself, one can become more appealing, more influential. But why is that? Well, let's delve into the psychology behind it. Human beings are intrinsically curious creatures. We're hardwired to explore, to seek out new experiences, to understand the world around us. And when something is hidden from us, when it's shrouded in mystery, our curiosity is piqued. We want to know more, to uncover the secrets that lie beneath the surface. This is where the power of the veil of mystery lies, in our natural desire for the unknown. Now let's bring this concept to life with a couple of real-world examples. Consider a magician performing a trick. We're drawn in, not by the trick itself, but by the mystery surrounding it. How did they do that? What's the secret? It's the mystery that captivates us, that keeps us coming back for more. Or think about a book that you just can't put down. It's not the words on the page that keep you turning, but the mystery of what's going to happen next. The author has created a veil of mystery that keeps you engaged, that keeps you invested in the story. So, how can you use this veil of mystery to your advantage? Well, it's all about balance. Revealing too much can make you seem predictable, mundane even, but revealing too little can make you seem aloof, unapproachable. The key is to strike the right balance, to give just enough to pique curiosity, but not so much that the mystery is lost. In the world of power and influence, the veil of mystery can be a potent tool. It can make you more appealing, more intriguing, more influential. It can draw people in, hold their attention, make them want to know more. But like any tool, it must be used wisely. Overuse it, and you risk becoming an enigma, a puzzle that's too complex to solve. The veil of mystery, when used wisely, can be a powerful shield against manipulation and a tool to enhance your influence. But remember, use these powers wisely, for they can be a double-edged sword. We have ventured through the realms of magnetic attraction, invisible strings, and the veil of mystery. But what does this mean for us? In this journey through Robert Greene's seminal work, we've explored the fascinating and complex nature of power. We've uncovered the magnetism of seduction, understood the subtle control of the puppet master, and peered through the deceptive shield of mystery. Each of these elements forms a tapestry of influence that can shape our interactions and relationships. The magnetic attraction taught us the art of seduction, the ability to draw people towards us, not merely in a romantic sense, but in a way that can make our ideas, our causes, our visions irresistible to others. It's about creating an aura that pulls people into our orbit. We've also navigated the intricate, invisible strings of the puppet master. It's about understanding the motivations, the fears, the desires of people around us. By knowing what drives others, we can guide them, influence them, without them even realizing it. It's a subtle art, one that requires keen observation and emotional intelligence. And who can forget the veil of mystery? This is the shield of deception that keeps our intentions hidden, that adds an element of intrigue to our actions. This mystery can be a powerful tool in holding the attention of others, in keeping them guessing, and in maintaining an upper hand. But remember, these are not just tools for manipulation. They are insights into human nature, into the dynamics of power that play out in our everyday lives. Understanding these dynamics can help us navigate our relationships, our careers, even our personal growth more effectively. Yet with this understanding comes responsibility. Power can be intoxicating. It can be destructive if wielded without thought or care. It can corrupt the best of us, can turn us into the very puppet masters we sought to understand. Remember, the power isn't in the tools, but in the hands that wield them. So wield your power wisely. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to hold an invisible influence over others? It's an intriguing game of power, a dance of influence and control that we all partake in, often without even realizing it. Today, we explore the fascinating world of power dynamics through the lens of Robert Greene, a renowned author and expert on strategy, power, and seduction. Greene's insights on the psychology of power are as profound as they are practical, illuminating the strategies and tactics that underpin our everyday interactions. It's a game played on the stage of life, where the pawns are our words and actions, and the kings and queens are those who understand how to wield their influence effectively. We'll delve into 3 of Greene's key theories: the chameleon effect or adaptive influence, the power of reputation or legacy of influence, and the long game or enduring influence. As we dive into the depths of these concepts, you might just discover the power that lies within you. Imagine a chameleon effortlessly blending into its surroundings. Now think, what if you could do the same in a room full of people? Welcome to the world of adaptive influence, a realm where the chameleon effect reigns supreme. It's not about physical camouflage, but rather the subtle art of behavioral mimicry. The chameleon effect, in essence, is a psychological phenomenon where individuals unconsciously start imitating the behaviors, gestures, and attitudes of those around them, much like a chameleon changing its colors to blend into its environment. But why, you may ask, would we want to behave like a chameleon? The answer lies in the heart of human connection and power dynamics. In social settings, we often mirror those around us, matching their speech patterns, gestures, even their emotions. This is not a sign of weakness or conformity, but a powerful tool of influence. Mirroring can create a sense of familiarity and trust, breaking down barriers and fostering bonds. It's through these bonds that we can subtly influence perceptions and behaviors. Imagine you're at a business meeting. You subtly mimic the body language and speech patterns of your counterparts. They might not consciously notice it, but subconsciously, they start feeling a connection, a sense of rapport. This rapport can make them more open to your ideas and suggestions, giving you a degree of influence over them. But the chameleon effect is not just about mimicry. It's about adapting to your environment. It's about understanding the unspoken rules, the dynamics, the vibe of a situation, and adapting your behavior accordingly. It's about being a social chameleon, blending into diverse social landscapes, all the while subtly steering the course of interactions. The power of the chameleon effect lies in its subtlety. It's not about manipulation, but about understanding and adapting. It's about using empathy and intuition to connect with others on a deeper level, and through this connection, subtly influencing outcomes. Adapting, it seems, is not just about survival, it's about power. But what happens when you build a reputation? Ever heard the phrase, "your reputation precedes you"? Ever wondered why that matters? Well, let's dive into this, peeling back the layers of the power of reputation and discovering why it's often referred to as the legacy of influence. You see, reputation is like a mirror reflecting the image we've cultivated over time. It's an echo of our actions, decisions, and behaviors, resonating even when we're not physically present. It's a silent yet potent tool for influence, often granting us power and control in various social and professional settings. Take, for instance, the story of Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time. His reputation for integrity and sound financial acumen has earned him the moniker Oracle of Omaha. Buffett's reputation precedes him, influencing the financial decisions of millions around the globe. His mere endorsement can significantly alter the trajectory of a company. Or consider the influence of Oprah Winfrey, a media mogul who has built a reputation for uplifting and inspiring her audience. Her seal of approval, affectionately known as the Oprah effect, can skyrocket book sales, movie ratings, and product purchases. Both Buffett and Winfrey exemplify the power of a strong, positive reputation. Their influence, however, didn't happen overnight. It was meticulously built brick by brick through consistent actions aligned with their values and principles. But reputation isn't just about the grand gestures. It's also about the small, seemingly insignificant decisions we make daily. It's about how we treat others when no one is watching, how we respond to adversity, and how we uphold our commitments. Every interaction, every decision, every action adds a stroke to the canvas of our reputation. And it's this collective portrait that others use to determine whether to trust us, to follow us, to allow us to influence them. But be warned, A reputation is a fragile entity. It takes years to build, but can be shattered in an instant by a single misstep. That's why it's essential to tend to it carefully, like a delicate garden. Remember, a reputation isn't just about what you've done. It's about what people expect you will do based on what you've done in the past. It's a legacy, a silent narrative that lives on, shaping perceptions and influencing decisions long after you've left the room. So the next time you're making a decision, big or small, pause for a moment. Consider how it might impact your reputation. Because in the grand chessboard of life, your reputation is your most powerful piece, capable of influencing outcomes and granting you unseen control. A strong reputation can indeed pave the way for influence, but power is not just about the present, it's about playing the long game. Imagine playing a game of chess. It's not about the next move, it's about the next 10 moves. That's the long game. In the realm of power and influence, the long game is a strategy of patience, foresight, and endurance. It's about meticulously planning your moves, not just for the immediate future, but for the distant horizon. It's about understanding that power isn't a sprint, but a marathon. Consider a seed planted in the ground. It doesn't sprout overnight. It requires time, nurturing, and patience. It's the same with power. The fruits of influence are not reaped in a day, a week, or even a year. It's the result of a consistent, strategic, and patient approach. Let's delve into an anecdote to elucidate this concept. Picture a young politician full of ambition and drive. Instead of rushing towards the top, he takes his time, building relationships, gaining experience, and understanding the intricacies of the political landscape. He plays the long game. Years later, he emerges as a powerful figure, wielding influence over many. His power endures because it was not hastily acquired, but carefully cultivated over time. Another example can be seen in the corporate world. Imagine a businesswoman who starts at the bottom of the ladder. She doesn't aim for quick promotions. Instead, she focuses on learning, developing skills, and understanding the business from the ground up. She builds a reputation for competence and reliability. Over the years, she rises through the ranks, her influence growing with each step. The power she wields is not fleeting but enduring because it was earned through the long game. The long game requires strategic planning and foresight. It's about making decisions today that will benefit you tomorrow. It's about sacrificing immediate gratification for long-term gain. It's about understanding that real power isn't about being the loudest in the room, but being the most respected. It's about building a legacy that outlives you. But playing the long game isn't easy. It requires discipline, resilience, and a clear vision of what you want to achieve. It requires you to be patient when you want to rush, to be calm when you want to react, to be strategic when you want to be impulsive. It's a test of character, a test of endurance. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you aspire to wield power and influence, you need to embrace the long game. You need to understand that power isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned through years of hard work, strategic planning, and patience. It's about building a foundation so solid that your influence endures even when you're not in the room. Playing the long game, it seems, can lead to enduring power, but the journey to power is a complex one, filled with many lessons. So, what have we learned about the psychology of power? We've journeyed through Robert Greene's greatest insights on influence, dissecting the chameleon effect, the power of reputation, and the long game. We've discovered that adaptability, our ability to blend into different environments and situations, is a cornerstone of influence. That becoming a chameleon not only enables us to understand others, but also to influence their actions. Then, we delved into the power of reputation, the legacy we leave behind. Our reputation is our calling card, a powerful tool that can unlock doors and create lasting influence. Finally, we explored the long game, the strategy of enduring influence. It's not about quick victories, but building a lasting legacy, a power that survives beyond our years. These insights remind us that power isn't just about dominance, but about understanding, adapting, and crafting a legacy. Remember, the power to influence lies within you. It's all about how you choose to wield it.